Hey yo, what's up everybody? I hope you're all out there having an absolutely marvelous day. Welcome into the channel, or welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael, and I'm here just doing Michael things. And as you can see before you, we have a pretty good sized stack of top-loaded cards, which would mean we are going to be going through my PC of Marvel characters in this video. But before we dive into this video, I just want to take a moment to thank y'all for taking time out of your day and tuning into the channel. If you enjoy what y'all see, and I really hope that you do, please consider smashing that like button, leaving a comment, subscribing, and sharing the content and channel. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell so y'all won't miss out on new uploaded content. Only takes you a second to do, but means everything to me. So, without further ado, let's get after it. And in the last video, we were still on the letter M. This video will be our final installment for the letter M. This character, she has been a favorite of mine. She is one of those anti-hero heroes, kind of like how Deadpool, Blade, you know, they carry that moniker. They're not a hero. They're an anti-hero type, but they're also a hero. But she, living in the X-Men universe, she's teetered back and forth. She's tipped the scale on both good and bad. She's been a hero. She's been a villain. She walks that line. If you haven't guessed it by now, I am talking about Mystique. So let's get into it. Her first card that I have, this is from the 1992 Impel set. This is referred to as the Jim Lee set because he did all the artwork for it. But there you go. Great artistry, great imagery. It's damn near a perfect card. There is just a tiny bit of white showing at that corner, but everything else is in really great shape. The centering is very good. Just that one little corner up there, you know, it's just a little bit of damage, but still nonetheless great character, great card. And there's all your information there about her. Alright, we will set that there. Alright, moving on to the next card. This is the 1994 Fleer Ultra X-Men. Original art style, great painting. It's got the X-Men there, all in the background. Fantastic artwork. Got that gold foiling there on the front for the name and the logo. And there's your information there on the back. I've always liked Mystique. I've always thought her shape-shifting powers was pretty cool, but it's also creepy at the same time. Because, you know, a shapeshifter, they could be anything or anyone. Obviously not inanimate objects. They can't turn themselves into, like, a football or anything, okay? That portion of a shapeshifter does not apply. She's alive, so she's got to be an animal, a mammal. So yeah, it's kind of freaky getting on the topic of like skinwalkers and all, but that's another whole different story for another whole different video. Anyway, let's continue on with the task at hand. Let's stay on point. This next card is from the Marvel Universe 1994 set. This is again amazing artwork done just for the card sets. I love this image of her. I mean, obviously, the voluptuousness, the curvaceousness of her, the sinister smile on her face, the red hair with the contrast of her blue skin, white outfit. I mean, it's a hit. It's a hit. Artistically, it's very appealing and pleasing to the eye. The artwork is absolutely amazing. There you go. There's your information there on the back about Raven Darkholme. Alright, let's move on to the next card. This one is from the 1995 Fleer Ultra. This is done by one of my favorite female artists. I only say female because in a world full of male artists that is geared toward the male demographic within the comic books and within the comic book card collection. The majority of the populace is male, but I say that because she was featured not too long ago in another set. But anyway, here we go. Original artwork done by Julie Bell for the 95 Fleer Ultra. Absolutely amazing image. The condition of the card is damn near pristine, mint 10, in my opinion. Corners, edges, surfaces on the front and back are absolutely amazing. That artwork, the detail, the highlights, the low light, I mean the whole enchilada, so to speak. But there you go. Artist name on the back, Julie Bell, with a lot of that cardboard dust from the box. But there's your information there on the back. Alright, let's move on to the next card. This card is from the 1995 set. This is the Marvel Metal. It's got that amazing silver foiling there in the background. It's got the gold across there, the gold on her belt. You know, you see the eyes. I believe just the blue of her skin, the white of her outfit, and the red of her hair are the only things that are not foiled in this image. It's absolutely amazing. There you go, better look at it. Great looking card. This is one of those CGI artwork for the early or the mid 90s sets. Alright, we'll set that one there. This next one, I have 1, 2, 3 of these cards, same image, 2 different styles, 2 different sets, same year. Alright, first image, this is the 1996 Fleer X-Men. This is the 2D flat, not embossed, not foiled, and not high glossed. This particular set was released early in the 1996 year. As you can see there, again, no foiling, no gloss, no embossing. There's your information there on the back. Joe Kubert did all the artwork. CGI done by different individuals. This is one of the better ones. Mark Ferris, I believe that is his name, or how you pronounce his name. Fairs. Mark Fairs. This is one of the better CG art images for the mid-90s cards. But we'll set that one there. We'll come back to that one momentarily. Alright, I have 2 others of the same image, but these ones are of the 1996 Fleer Ultra, which does feature the foiling, the high gloss, the embossing, as you can see there in the light, the high gloss, the foil, the embossing image. Information on the back is exactly the same as the other one, this one here that I showed you earlier. You can see the image is the same. It's just the format and the layout that is different. 96. Okay, 96 Fleer X-Men. 1996 Fleer Ultra X-Men. So, same set, different format, early release, later release of the year of 1996. So there's those ones. Let's continue on to the next. This one is a 1995, excuse me, Marvel Masterpiece. Very realistic image for, what do they call them? Caricatures. If this was a real person drawn in a cartoon style, that's how this would look. I really like this artwork. Dimitrios Patelis, the artist for this set, for this year. Again, you see the realisticness of it, but unfortunately there is physical damage across the top there, as you can see. Get my ugly face out of the reflection. But still, the artwork is very good. It looks CGI'd early digital style. But good image, great image. There's a little information there on the back about his own personal tidbit of mystique. Not the greatest, but also not the worst I've seen. Alright, let's continue on to the next. This one is the Marvel Visions of 1996. This one is the flat 2D image, but it has the embossing, as you can see right there, around her hair, her body structure. You can see the embossing of it. This is that shift of her going from either phasing out of being Rogue or phasing into being Rogue. That shape-shifting ability that Mystique has. Anyway, great artwork, great imagery. I love the presentation of her shifting like that. It's not the only card that they have her doing that, but as you see here, there in the reflection, you can see that it is embossed all the way through, front and back. But there's your information there on the card. Alright, let's continue on to the next card. This is from the 1996 set as well. This is the X-Men. These are like the commonly referred to paper cards because they're so thin. But again, it has that artistic feel of the early 90s Fox X-Men animated series. Great artwork, great imagery. And there's your information there on the back. Not much. I mean, they call her powers. Okay, right there, morph. She doesn't really morph. She shapes. Yes, it's a morph of sorts, but it's more of a shapeshifter than a morph. But anyway, let's continue on to the next card. This one is from the Dimensions Zero. This is that Chinese TCG set. I ripped way back earlier this year. It was some product that I found on the internet that I'd never seen before, not knowing that it was a TCG set at the time. But still, it's there, all in Chinese. Couldn't tell you any of it other than what it says in English. But there goes the image of Raven, Mystique. All that dang dust on the cards. Anyway, there you go. There's the image. Not really much to see on the back. That's just the back of the card, which it says there in the middle there, Dimension Zero. I don't know what that is either. I don't know if that's the name of the company that makes it or what, but again, great artwork. Absolutely amazing. Moving on to the next card. This is the 2015 Marvel Fleer Retro. I like that purple and green there on the border. The silver foiling around the perimeter of the card. Villain, Mystique, also in that silver foil. I love the artwork. The imagery is absolutely amazing. This appears to be an image pulled straight from the comic books. There's your information there on the back. All right, move on to the next card. I have three cards from this set, two different styles. The first one I got doubles of. This is from the Marvel Beginnings Volume 2 Series 1 of 2022. There's your information there on the back as well as looking at the image. That image of her, though, is like, what the heck? Why did they choose that image? That is just a weird angle, a weird perspective. I mean, I know it's original artwork pulled from the comic book, but still, even at that, that's kind of odd image to have for a woman of her stature, I guess. And where I'm going with that, I don't know. Anyway, there's those two cards there. And then the next one, I really, really, really like these cards. These are the illustration boards that were done on just a regular cardboard material. Same image. It's kind of like a canvasy feel to it without the thatching of the canvas on the actual, feeling it on the card. It feels like the cardboard of the old day kind of cards. You know how it had that cardboard feel on the back of like the old school football, baseball, basketball, hockey, all those type of cards. But absolutely great image, of course. It's the same as the base card. There's your information there on the back, which is also the same as the information that is different on what? A little bit of the information is the same, and a little bit of the is different. Okay, as you can see there, the 1981s on the timeline of both cards are the same. Different wording for the 78. Different wording for the 85. And for the 2019, it's different wording as well. Okay. I just now noticed that it was different like that. Maybe I should take a better look on the rest of the cards to see if it's the same. But anyway, there's that one for that year. Where did I leave off? I think I left off there. So set these ones here. Moving on to the next. I got 2 cards, base and a parallel for, excuse me, the 2022-2023 Marvel Annual. Absolutely love this image. I love the sensualness of it. The look in her eye as she's looking at you, me, everybody else. But yeah, that's definitely a very without a play on words, adds to her mystique of who she is. But yeah, that is definitely what I would classify as a bedroom look, if you know what I mean. But anyway, great artistry, great imagery, the way it was painted, the highlights, the lowlights, the direction of the light coming in as it casts across her image is absolutely fantastic style. Unfortunately, it does not state whether or not, or does not state who the artist is on this card, or I have not seen it yet. But still, great looking card, great artwork. I will set that one there. And then here is the blue parallel. This is the Blaster exclusive, the blue base parallel. Same image, just got that foiling and blue shimmer, or the shimmering and the blue foiling there in the background. As you can see there, it states it's a blue sparkle, but the rest of the information there is the same. And as you can see, this card has made mention of Destiny, who is, as you can see, she is not a PC character. I'm more so into Mystique than Destiny. I don't really know much about her, but she is a huge part of Mystique's life, and up until recently, I didn't know that they had mentioned her a lot on the back of some of these cards. Anyway, let's continue on. These next ones are 1, 2. I got the base and a parallel for the 2023 Marvel Annual Nope, that one's wrong too. Dang it. These are the... Excuse me. Sorry about that. These ones are of the 2023 Anime Volume 2. Great artwork. Absolutely love the anime style and how they use the color from the character in the background. If you'd seen any of these sets before, they are a quote-unquote color match because they pull the colors from the character themselves. And I like that pixelated format there in the background. That looks absolutely sweet. But there's your information there on the back. Artist In Hyuk Lee. Great artist. Love his style of art. So that is the base card for that. But now this one is what they classify as a parallel. This is a thatched because it has that thatched foiling there. As you can see, the thatching like they do with canvas materials for painting, the canvas cards, the thatching to use for netting for fishermen, that kind of thatching. But there you can see that prismatic rainbow foil, refractor, all the above image of the card. Absolutely amazing. Love it. Information on the back is exactly the same. There you go. On to the next. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a parallel, 6, a parallel, 7, same parallel as the last mentioned. But here we are. I have, boom, 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 4 of the 2023-2024 Marvel Annuals. These ones, bumped the camera, sorry about that. These ones are images taken straight from the comic books. That's why they are, the annuals. If you know, you know. Doesn't take much to know, though. Anyway, there's your amazing imagery of the character. And it has the same image on the back of the card with a little bit of info, their attributes. Looks like we got, what was that, Miles Morales photobombing in the background there. But again, phenomenal artwork, great imagery. Conditions of the card are absolutely amazing on all 4 of those ones. All right, the next one is the Blaster Box exclusive. This one is the blue base parallel. Same image, they just take the background and foil over it. Not really foil over it, they erase the background image and then foil over top of it. Absolutely amazing. Color match on all the way around. It's got the white, the black, the yellow, the red, the blue, of course. But again, information on the back is exactly the same, except it states that it is blue there on that little banner on the middle of the card. All right, there's that one. And then the next 2 is also a parallel to the other 2 cards, but this one is in the canvas style. Again, information on the back is exactly the same, but this one has that, as you can see there in the light, it has that thatching that I was mentioning about that card behind that one. For the canvas, it is done that way in order to allow the paint to adhere or stick to the canvas for painters, of course. But again, information on the back is exactly the same, except this one states that this is the variant tier 1, which basically indicates that it is a canvas card. So there's those for that set. Moving on to the next, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. The first 2 are the base card for the 2023 Fleer Ultra Wolverine. There's your image there of her shifting into Wolverine, because there's your claws and his glove appearing on the right hand and arm of his brown and yellow, or brown and burnt yellow, light orange, whatever color outfit from the mid-90s. But like I say, I had 2 of those. So we can look at the back. I love the art style. Tom Fleming does an absolutely amazing job on this commissioned piece of art. I love the imagery. I love the artistry. Phenomenal card. Absolutely phenomenal card. So there's that, the base card. And the next from the same set of the 2023 Fleer Ultra Wolverine. This one is the insert subset Medallion. This is Mystique shifting into X23. You can see the black and yellow outfit. Similar outfit as Wolverine's, but the two claws is what gives it away that it is Laura X23. But again, I love that foiling there on the cards. These are those thicker, I do believe these are 100 points. Absolutely amazing. Love the artwork, love the imagery. I would love to be able to see the whole image of this artwork for this medallion. That would be, I'm sure it's phenomenal as well. Anyway, that was the insert. And then the next and last from this same set, this is the insert subset of the EX Century non-numbered acetate clear cut. I think these are the clear cuts. We'll see here on the back here momentarily, but look at that image. Look at that foiling there. Absolutely amazing. Love this card. I pulled this when I did the 2 hobby boxes, and I do believe it was 1 blaster box that I had done for this product earlier this year. If you haven't seen it, go back into the library, into the playlists. You'll find it. Check it out. Now, what was I saying about this? When these were called? They're just EX Centuries. Okay, that's what the information there states on the back. Doesn't say whether or not it's an acetate or a clear cut, but as you can see on the thickness of it, there is a base, and then there is the image on top of it that makes it look raised. You see there? You can see the side of the image of Mystique. It was cut out and then adhered to the acetate clear cut card, but still nonetheless badass card. So that is it for that set. All right, moving on to the next. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of my last 9 cards. 8. Excuse me. Pardon me, everybody. 8 cards from the same set. 7 of them are the base card, and 1 is a copper parallel. These ones are from the 2024 Women of Marvel. I've opened probably 3 or 4 of the 12-pack blaster boxes that I had got from, I do believe it's Dave and Adams. I purchased those at relatively, well, at the time it was fairly priced, even though, as always, these sets just are outrageously expensive when they first come out. So, I waited a while to get these ones. But anyway, let's set all these other ones down, the other 5. Let's take a look at these 2 here of the base. There's your front and the back. Absolutely fantastic artwork. Love the imagery of that. I love that textured foil there in the background of the comic book panel. Absolutely amazing. And then with your information there on the back. Like I said, there's 7 of them right there. And then the copper parallel for the same image from the same set. Information on the back is exactly the same. It's got that textured foil, copper foiling there in the background. Great looking card. Super stoked about that one. I'll just set those there for right now. They won't fit in there with the rest of them. So on to our last card. This one is the last one for Mystique, which then in turn makes it the last one for this video. This one is the 2025 Marvel Topps Chrome. This is the second year that Topps has had this license, and that had produced a very expensive card set. Again, don't get me wrong, the quality on these cards are indicative to the price. It really is. These are high quality cards. I like the fact that they not only have a sweet image that they are using, but they are using the chroming process plus a thin layer of acetate that goes over top. These cards have a little bit of heft to them, but that is also because of the way that they are made. But they are also, that acetate layer on the top is to give the, I would presume, a little bit more protection to the actual image on the card, but still expensive. And the angle of the dangle of how this portrait image was chosen, or how it was drawn. I know that these are images that come from the comic books, but I want to see the full image. Not that this is a bad image in itself, it's just a very provocative, that would be the best term that I could use, provocative image of Raven, Mystique. But nonetheless, I ain't complaining. It's nice. It's nice. It's great artwork, great imagery. Alright, there's your information there on the back. So that's it, everybody. That concludes this video. So as I wrap up another one, I just want to say thanks again for joining me today. I hope you all enjoyed this showcase as much as I enjoyed presenting it to you. Y'all support means absolutely everything to me, and it makes a world of difference, not only to me, but to this channel. I greatly appreciate it and each and every one of y'all for doing so. And before y'all go, please take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, and be kind to everyone everywhere you go, because what you put out returns to you 1,000-fold. So with that being said, I hope the rest of your day continues to be absolutely marvelous, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, y'all. Peace.